Hello, Potato. I feel like building some Lego today, so that's what I'm going to do. And today I'm going to put together a relatively recent kit. It didn't just come out. It came out a couple months ago, I think. And that is Lego Star Wars Kit 75322, the Hoth AT-ST. This, of course, is not the first AT-ST they have made. They've made many of them over the years. And I am fortunate enough to have a couple of them. The first one being actually the original AT-ST from all the way back in 2001. We have Kit 7127. Yeah, looks like the new one's a little bit bigger than the original one, huh? Came with Chewbacca, which this one looks like it comes with as well, so we can kind of compare the minifigures when we're all done here. And they had sort of tried to put a little action on this by having it kind of shuffle. Yeah, that is about the full range of motion on it. But it also kind of makes the guns twitch a little bit. I mean, 21 years ago, this was very impressive, I promise you. Was there anything inside of it? A lot of dust. There's a lot of dust inside of it. Well, we'll put Chewie back there and put it over here. And then, you know, there have been many of them in between. They've released kits like in 2016, 2006. I think 2006 is when they had like the Ultimate Collector's one, which of course I don't have. I don't do the Ultimate Collector's series, although that I do kind of want that at, mostly because it's actually minifigure scale. But what I do have is from 2019, and that is from The Mandalorian, Kit 75254, the AT-ST Raider, which I expect, given it's only been like, what, 3 years since this one came out, these should be fairly similar to each other. I mean, looking at them, I can see already that they're not exactly the same, but there's a lot of similarities, paint jobs aside. But yeah, it should be interesting. This one does not have any leg movement. The legs are actually completely rigid, presumably so it doesn't fall on its face, but it does have this as an action feature. There's a little knob you can turn to aim the gun. And this came with Mando and Cara Dune, and they're over on the shelf, so I didn't get them down because they're not actually the AT-ST. But it was a fun set. This one actually was released in advance of The Mandalorian, so people who bought this, I bought this most because I wanted the AT-ST. I hadn't, you know, of course, seen The Mandalorian at that point. I did actually record a video for this, but I never edited it and released it. It's on the hard drive. Maybe someday I will. But today, though, we're going to build the newest version. It's a mere 586 pieces, which I don't remember. I think there might be less pieces than this. I don't remember. Let me look that up. And no, this does actually have more pieces in it. This one is 586 pieces. The original, the AT-ST Raider from Mandalorian, which is, in case you hadn't guessed, discontinued, hence the fact they've released a new AT-ST. That was only 540 pieces. Now, I don't know how much of that is from the extra things here, because that came with 4 minifigures. It came with 2 Raiders, Mando, and Cara Dune. This comes with, looks like 3 minifigures, Chewie, and a couple of figures. We have a Hoth Trooper and a AT-ST driver, so we have an Imperial and a Rebel. It looks like it's a little tiny probe droid, too. That's kind of cool. I don't think I have any sets with a little probe droid in it. But looks like this one actually is going to have movable legs, so that's interesting. I wonder how stable it will be. Guess we'll find out. Let's crack it open and see what all is in it. It's got the little, looks like it's going to have the little head turning function as well. So that could be interesting. I wonder how those legs are going to work out. We have here a thumb punch box. Will there be stickers? Hope it's not stickers. I don't know what they put stickers on. I think, you know, this set I think was all printed. No, I can see their stickers. They were stickers too. So I'm sure we'll have some stickers, but that's fine. Such is life. Let's see, how many bags do we have in here? Oh, here's our book. And it's not bent. Yay! That's a nice thing to see. It's always nice when you see a not bent instruction book. All right. There's a box back there. Let's clear a little room. How many bags do we have? 3, 4, 4 bags. This should be a pretty quick build. Here is the QR code if you're interested in such things. I put so the light's not glaring directly on it. There we go. All those probably out of focus. These are like really printed lightly. It's like they go on and stamp them on after the fact, which is a weird choice. I guess maybe they haven't assigned the codes for them yet when they first print them, because it's not centered either. But how many steps we're looking at here? Skywalker Saga. I do kind of want that. I had the original Lego Star Wars game back on the PS2. I do kind of want this. I don't think I've played a Lego game, well, I mean, and actually like enjoyed playing it since Dimensions, I think, really. I did play Lego Movie 2, and I bought that Lego Worlds one, but I never got into that. I just didn't find that enjoyable. But 207 steps. We have 207 steps here. So, I guess with that in mind, we should probably tilt the camera down a little bit and move into the fast forward. And we are done. So, looking at them. So, first of all, nice thing. No stickers. Really no printed pieces either, just like the one printed piece in the entire kit. But no stickers, so that's nice. So, yeah, definitely very similar in design to the one from The Mandalorian. Now, it showed on the box that the legs were posable on this, and I mean, yes, but that doesn't look like a very good play function. Were these this way? Yeah, these were too. But the thing is that, in order for it to stand up, it kind of has to be in that one position. But looking at them side by side, I don't know. I mean, I don't know which one's more screen accurate per se. I think I kind of like the look of this one, like the slightly bigger, blockier head than on this one. Also, I think this one has a better built out cockpit. Let's see if we can get a good look at that. This does not fold down. Let's get you out of there. That doesn't fold down either. That just falls off. So, yeah, I guess. I mean, that one, the Mandalorian one, has a place for their gun to put. And there, I guess this one does too. I guess we're supposed to put the... Oh, that's coming apart. That's not good. Ah, it's all coming apart. There we go. So that brings me actually to another idea. This is for ages 9 and up. And I don't think this is a very good play with kit. Just because I think there's a lot of stuff on here that is a little fiddly. I think just not super stable with the binoculars there. But, all right. So, I think I kind of like the roomier cockpit on this one compared to this one. This one does feel a little bit lighter. They both have the same functionality as far as the rotating, I guess we'll call them heads for lack of a better term. Well, this one, being a little smaller, actually could theoretically turn all the way around if my hand weren't in the way. This one only can turn about 90 degrees. This one could, yeah, this one can go full exorcist if your hand is out of the way. So that's kind of cool, I suppose. But let's look more at this set, because that's what we're building, or built today. But yeah, it is a little fiddly. I feel there's a lot of things on here that can pop off very easily if you don't pick it up right. These pieces here keep getting in my way when I try to pick them up. The side guns aren't, I don't think, super stable. I mean, I already knocked a piece off of this one. But it is pretty stable standing up. The feet are pretty wide. Actually, I think a little bit wider than the ones on that one. I'm not going to compare things to this one because that's a joke. Maybe a bit of a cleaner build. I don't know what these are for. These have them too. These launch the missiles. So that is what they do. Okay. So as you must have with any Star Wars kit now, we do have little firing blaster bolts. And it looks like we just push these little pegs in back here and they shoot out with a fair bit of force, so don't shoot them at your friend's eyeballs. So that's not bad. I was wondering what those little push things for, and I see now they were on the Mandalorian version as well. So I guess I just didn't... Well, it's been a couple years since I put this together, so I guess I just didn't remember. But it's certainly a nice kit. It looks nice. It'll look nice on a shelf, which is, of course, where it's going to end up for me. I'm not going to, play with it. Let's look at the other bits that came with it. Now, really cool is a little probe droid. Of course, last year, I did build the big probe droid, the one that's kind of like the Ultimate Collector Series, has a little plaque, doesn't say Ultimate Collector Series on it. And that was a tricky build. This was a much easier build. Also much smaller and very nicely minifigure scale. Now it won't stand up. And they were nice enough to include a base piece to put it on, which is also very nice. We do have 3 minifigures in here. We have our pilot, who's got 2 faces. We have a really angry face, and I guess a, I've got you now kind of smirky face. Put you back up there. We've got our Hoth troop, which I'm guessing from the appearance of having lipstick on, I'm guessing it's meant to be a female. Now on her face is... Can't really see with the backpack there, can you? Let's turn like that. Her face is... I was going to look the same to me, but I guess the mouth is a little more downturned on this one than on this one. This one, it's a little more, I guess, more of an angry smile. This one's more just an angry snarl. Guess we'll put her that way. But one of the cool things is, so the hat has the little snow goggles that they wear in the Hoth sequences in Empire, but they've designed this so you can take it off the top and actually put them on her face, which to me looks wrong just because, you know, my whole life when I was a kid I had the action figure that had them on top on the hat, and that just looks right to me. But it's really cool that they thought to do that. It's kind of an unnecessary design thing, and one that I don't think they would have done in a lot of kits. And of course we have leading the charge Chewbacca, who also has a little shooty bit with his bowcaster. And any second now. And apparently I put it together wrong because it's not firing. Did I put it together backwards? I don't see how I could have. That can't go on. That doesn't go on the other way, does it? I don't know why I'm worrying about it. I'm never going to use it outside of this video. But, well, here, instead of trying to pull it apart, let's look at the instructions. Did I? Because I did skip some stuff and have to go back and backtrack. I'm sure you've noticed. And no, this is correct. So why is it not firing? Well, that's not going to work now. It's in there sideways. And... all right. This time, for sure. And... nothing. Nothing at all. Well, I clearly am doing something horribly, horribly incorrect here because I am being baffled by a toy for 9-year-olds. Which is, I mean, it's fair, not a new occurrence on here. Yeah, that's not working for me. Oh well, doesn't matter. Not going to use it anyways. But we might as well, while we're here, look at 20 years of evolution on Chewbacca. So first of all, let's, I guess, tilt the camera down a little bit. So first of all, modern Chewie is a little bit taller than classic Chewie, has a much better paint job. And I mean, this looks better than those Gamorrean guards from the old Jabba's Palace set. But, I mean, yeah, this is clearly a lot nicer. And I'm pretty sure at some point we're going to see a version of this with a different paint job on it and call it Chrysanthemum. But, I mean, it's still, it's pushing the boundaries of what you can do with a minifigure for a bulky character, especially one that you want to still have bendable legs. Even though he doesn't steal this AT-ST, that's on another planet. But yeah, definitely a big change over the course of 20 years there. So overall, I do think I like the older Mandalorian one better. I like the look of the head better. I mean, I kind of wish they just copied this design entirely. But again, I think this might be a little more screen accurate. I just like the look of this one a little better. The legs are basically the same. These ones are a little bit taller. Same blasters. Same basic design. I do kind of like the tilting shields there that we are missing here entirely. There's no way for them to see out of this one at all, as where this one, of course, they can actually see through the little eye slits. There's no such openings on the Hoth version. Maybe because it's cold, I don't know. But even the old 2001 version had eye slits. I'm talking about something that's not on camera anymore because I tilted the camera down to look at the minifigures. There we go. That's better. Those eye slits. No eye slits. But yeah, I feel like this is not a good play with kit, just because I feel like the parents are going to spend a lot of time putting it back together, at least when dealing with younger kids. Older kids who, built it on their own will be fine putting it back together, but I think they'll get frustrated having to do it over and over, especially as the little blasters pop off and stuff. But do many kids play with these, or are these mostly just played with by adults now? I think that's a valid question. Still, it's nice. I like the Chewbacca. I love the little probe droid. And yeah, it'll have to go up on the shelf somewhere, hopefully in the vicinity of this guy. But an interesting build. A little frustrating, but no stickers. I suppose I should come up with like a rating system for these at some point, shouldn't I? But yeah, not bad, not great. You definitely can see some of the similar design elements. Got the vents back there, got the vents up here. This one it's a little chunkier, and I kind of like the little chunkier look to it. Were the ones on Hoth different than the ones on Endor? I mean, I know there were vehicles designated AT-ST in the prequel era, because there's a prequel AT-ST kit that looks drastically different from anything else. So maybe it's just a further evolution. Maybe this is just a later design made after the end of the Imperial occupation of the galaxy. Don't know. But it's built now. It's one more kit put together. I'm sure I'll buy 3 more kits to replace it in the stack, but it's put together, and that's a good thing. And yeah, it is again, just makes the original 2001 version look like a bit of a joke. Well, I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give the video a like, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.